34 years ago today, we lost a very important person in rock and roll history as well as Vin and Sori history. This individual went by the name of John Winston Lennon.
Shout out to the homie.
Mr. John Winston Lennon was born October 9th, 1940 in Liverpool, Merseyside, England during a German air raid in World War II. The rest of the world actually knew him as John Lennon from the legendary band The Beatles. John Lennon, throughout his career, inspired literally millions of human beings, created an image and likeness of God. John Lennon, and I would argue, friend Paul McCartney, in my opinion, based on the information I've looked at in my research, had a heavy influence in Western music from the time they hit the stage in England to the time of the, quote, British invasion, on down to up to very recently last week, where after 50 years, the band still released new music to the awe and gladness of all of their people. We, as members of the village, Vin and Sori, we are just two members of this wonderful village. We didn't make the village, we all found each other. And this band and this man has been a bedrock in the life of one of our favorite human beings, created in the image and likeness of God, and certainly crowned with glory and honor, by the name of Mr. Dwayne Chamberlain, who has heroically advocated for the genius of the Beatles.
Defended at times.
And defended Mr. John Lennon. And some would say his overly simplistic song, Imagine, which, contrary to Vin's silly opinion, has inspired literally millions of people to not give up hope in humanity. Which, that one song itself and the millions of people it touched has obviously done way more in the world, way more good in the world than Vin will ever be able to. So what does his opinion about that particular song? Mr. Lennon was created in the image of God, and as such, he himself was a creator. Not only did he create music that inspired millions of people, he also created music that inspired hundreds of bands and hundreds of genres of music, many of which many people argue that the couple you see in front of you today would not be in front of you today were it not for the music that Mr. John Lennon and his friends put out into the world. Mr. Lennon, we love you, we miss you, but we're very grateful to God that we still have your music. And in my view, the best thing you ever did was get a guy like Dwayne Chamberlain to love you like he does. You can't be that bad if Jesus loves you and Dwayne loves you. Having said that, we salute you, Mr. Lennon, and everyone you inspired. You know now that you could have imagined it all you wanted, but there is a heaven, and I am sure you're glad about that. Vin out.
Sori out.
See you later, my brother.